Underrated games. A quick search on Google defines them as can have glowing reviews but may just not be as mentioned or appreciated as much by general people than how you'd think they should. This is also applicable for Roblox games. I mean, experiences. The fuck thought it would be a good idea to change the name to that? Oh. There are a lot of underrated games on Roblox, honestly way too many to count, and I want to show a few games that I think are the best, starting with... So this is probably by far the most popular game in this video. The fandom, especially when compared to other games, is pretty small, but it's really dedicated. There's usually a consistent 1 to 1.5 thousand players on at all times, and there's even a whole ass competitive scene that makes up a good chunk of the player base. Fighting is a 5v5 team fighting game with 3 different game modes. First is Annihilate, which is your standard team deathmatch. Then there's Conquer, a King of the Hill / Control the Zone mode. And finally Escort. We don't talk about Escort. In total, there's 3 classes with 5 fighters in each, and a lot of different playstyles to choose from. Do you like to go fast? Play Skateboard. How about sniping? We got Hyper Laser. Or you can just be an annoying piece of shit and play Rocket. There's also events like festivals and frenzies to play throughout the year. There's also a lot of different custom maps in this game, OSTs, which are all amazing and I use them in my videos all the time, and skins. There's so many fucking skins in this goddamn game. Anyways, you should go check this game out. There's beginner lobbies for new people so you don't get slimed out by John fighting in his 20,000 hours of playtime. Unless you make Sinnoh, then you're pretty much fucked. Okay, on to the next game. Burgundy vs. Lapis. This game is definitely the newest one on the list, being only around 5 months old as of this video being recorded. Like fighting, it's a team fighting game, but instead of being 5v5, it's 10v10. The main goal is to eliminate the entirety of the enemy team, but every few rounds, there's special rounds that make this pretty hard. The special rounds are Lights Out, Melee Brawl, and Juggernaut. Despite being relatively new, there's around 5 or 6 maps, 12 classes, and an interactive environment that's pretty similar to Siege. You can wallbang people, shoot windows, and walk through them, and hell, you can even lean side to side. One thing I also like a lot is the retro style of the game. Honestly, it feels like you opened a time capsule of 2013 Roblox. Ignore the fact that I was like 1 when it was 2013. Another neat thing about Burgundy vs. Lapis is that whichever side you're on actually matters. I'm not just talking about your spawn location being different or whatever, I mean that each class looks completely different on each side. Even your weapon changes depending on which side you are. Each class gets a different ability and weapon that changes how slow or how fast you play with them. For example, the marksman gets a sniper and a tracker that can see all enemies while holding it for a brief amount of time. This encourages a more slower and methodical playstyle, encouraging getting on high ground and, fucking sniping people across the map. On the contrary to this, the shielder gets a massive ass shield to take damage while they rush you down with a flashbang, with their teammates behind them. Seriously, this flashbang is so annoying. It's not like other games where your screen just goes white. Instead, they freeze your screen in place with a PNG of a flash, and it's so disorienting because of how long it lasts. I could talk all day about this game, but then this video would be like an hour long, and I promised the video to be up before summer ends, so it's time to talk about the next game. That being... You know how I said fighting was the most popular game on this list? Well, I lied! The actual most popular game on this list is Regret Elevator, a party game to play with your friends that revolves around this one elevator. There's 120 different floors, each having something new to do, from visiting the literal backrooms to an entire fucking boss fight. The amount of content in this game is actually unimaginable, including, but not limited to, 81 different NPCs with tons of lore, 103 items, like a stupid amount of references, and so many goddamn collaborations. Take 5 seconds, and I want you to try naming this mystery collaboration that added an entire floor, 7 new enemies, and 4 new items. If you guessed BFDI, the most popular object show of all time on YouTube, you'd be correct. Keep in mind that there's also 10 other Oh wait. Never mind. To somewhat change the subject, did you know that they have weekly, yes you heard that right, weekly updates that they've been doing since release? And that was like 5 years ago. If I had that upload schedule, I would have like 10 trillion subscribers right now. Anyways, I'm going to move on to the other party game, that being Dingus. Dingus is by far my favorite party game on Roblox, simply because of how stupid it can get, and I mean that in the best way possible. It's also incredibly simple. There's two teams, hunters and hiders. The hunters' goal is to kill every hider before they complete their task or stall them out until their timer runs out. And the hider's goal is pretty obvious, it's to hide, just look at the name. There's 4 maps in total, each built in this really cool style. Around the maps, there's squares marked by 4 different colors. White squares are basic tasks, green squares are hideouts or shortcuts that only the hiders can use, red squares are special tasks that do something to the map, and purple squares are deposit spots that are really only helpful in deposit mode. One important thing to note with all of these squares is that NPCs can do white and purple tasks, but they can't do green or red tasks, meaning that you see anyone doing these tasks and you can just blow their head off. There's also 2 game modes, Deposit and Refreshed. In Deposit, the hiders are given a list of tasks to do, with at least 1 special task as well. The special tasks are instantly taken off the list when completed, while the basic tasks have to be deposited at marked spots. In Refreshed, the hiders have to do the tasks until the meter at the top is filled. Doing special tasks will have more of them are completed than basic tasks, but it'll also leave you marked and unable to go into the hideout. Even with a premise as basic as trying to blend in with NPCs or get shot, there's so much that can go wrong. For example, look at this clip. Here, I see one of the hunters get stunned for shooting an NPC, so I go to do the special task in front of them. When literal milliseconds before it registers, I get shot by another hunter, who then immediately shoots an NPC, and because of that, they can do nothing but watch as the hider finishes a special task in front of them before 200 pumping them in the face. Now the astute of you might have realized that the hunters were actually camping this general area, which has 2 out of the 3 special tasks on the map, making them almost impossible to do. While this seems broken at first glance, when actually thinking about it, it's a huge mistake. Because all of the hunters are camping this one side of the map to guard a special task, the hiders can just go on the other side to finish basic tasks for the entire game. Unless it's Deposit, you just have to cry or something there. But that's enough about Dingus. Let's go to the last game on this list. I decided to pick this game for several reasons, one being that of all the games I showed you today, this is the only game specifically designed for single player. The reason for that is because the moon I wrap behind falls into a specific Roblox genre, known as psychological horror. Psychological horror games are Roblox games, typically single player, that aim to mess with your mind and grip on reality itself. In the game, we play as Travis, an 18-year-old struggling with schizophrenia as he navigates through his life. We get to see how he interacts with people, his trials, and other stuff that I'm going to gatekeep because I don't want to ruin the story for you. The moon I wrap behind, and for that matter most story-based games, are just games that you have to experience yourself, and watching some 5-minute long YouTube video isn't the way to do that. The writing makes this game feel really realistic, and honestly if it was like $5 on Steam, I wouldn't even be mad to buy it. But the thing is, it's not. You can click off this video and go play it right now. Please finish the video first though, you're like really close to the end. If you really don't want to play this game though, there's a great video by Lily, who also coincidentally makes some really good regret eraser videos, as well as some other stuff. In short, Roblox has a stupid amount of underrated games from many different genres. I'm not saying popular games are bad and you should only play Roblox games with 5 people actively playing. Rather, I'm just saying to give these games a chance to present themselves to you. The Roblox game algorithm keeps... Alright, that's cool and all, but I'm bored of this video and of editing. Goodbye.